Somebody said yesterday, retired teachers need hobbies or something like that. Whatever. Whatever. I ain't mad you thought that. Okay. So we're going to talk today about how to beat the Christmas blues. For this holiday season, I would call it the holiday blues. Different family events take place in December, and so not all of them are holiday related. But this is the theme for this channel for this 12 days of Christmas with conversations with Delores. Okay, so yeah, we'll be discussing it as a holiday blues. I am trying to get some of the fog off these glasses. All right. And if you want to know where I got Mrs. Claus, I got her on Amazon, came with the glasses, the bonnet. She came with an apron, and she came with a necklace and bracelet. All right. 1 minute, John. I hope you're ready. You got to eat food, but not spaghetti. Meals prepared. I hope you know. In 12 days of Christmas, enjoy the show. It's time to have fun. The Christmas is near. I hope you keep cooking, because I want you here. Cooking on the YouTube. That's what I do. Having fun. Christmas cheer is near. Don't you ever fear. Chef with the dad is cooking the kid. Time. I hope you're ready. You got to eat food, but not spaghetti. The meal is prepared. I hope you know. The 12 days of Christmas, enjoy the show. It's time to have fun. The Christmas is near. I hope you keep cooking, because I like you here. Cooking on the YouTube. That's what I do. Having fun. Okay. I had to go get myself together. And you probably couldn't even hear that music. It was just an empty camera. Happy holidays. All right. I went to get my socks. I went to get my socks and my red long shirt. Okay. So I can come back over here. Woo! Okay. Socks are on. Bonnet is crooked. Okay, I got the advent calendar. All right. And we are at day 9. Okay. Of course, the Advent is the 1st through the 24th, which is the 24 days before Christ's arrival and birth. Okay. Wait, we did 8. I thought we did 8 yesterday. We did, and I didn't take the square out. Okay. So we're at 9. Ooh, these letters are little, and you would think these glasses would help, but they don't. Here's 10. That's 14. 9. Okay, 9 is over here in the Christmas cup. Oh, let me take the square out so I remember. And it looks like a little boot. Ah! Oh yeah. Oh, it's the ice skate. So let's see. I got a whole frame to see if that shows up. And it's so behind. Ah yes. Ah yes. You see the ice skates. Okay. Some of them have come out of place. Oh, I don't know where that one went. Okay, I have to chase the. Oh, I have to chase those down later. Okay, I have to chase that one down later. That just came out of place. All right, this is so. This is such a new feeling for me. Being on this StreamYard. Okay, let me go back here because maybe I should be back in this part. Okay, yeah. Let me see. This way. Yes. Okay. Come back to this whole situation of trying to get this StreamYard up and going. Oh my gosh. Merry Christmas, you guys. Okay. Merry Christmas to you all. Okay. This getting putting this together was a son of a nutcracker. I don't think I want to take it apart. That way I won't have to worry with trying to put it back together. I want to thank everybody who comes through it, whether you come through now or you come through on the playback. I really appreciate everyone support. Thank you, Sugar Plum. And don't forget to hit that like button, okay? And you'll be Santa's little helper, okay? Or at least Doris Claus. Okay? I'm sick of it. All right, y'all. I'm in here. So let's go over how to beat the Christmas blues. Oh, also, this live contains a link. So if anybody wants to come up, I will most definitely shoot you that link. Okay. But this live is a little bit late and a slight bit unorganized, to say the least. Okay. So we're talking how to beat the Christmas blues. Okay, that takes a little while to show up over here on my end. I don't know what that means. Ah. Ah. Teach, teacher, because I don't know anything. All right. All of that. All right. Now let's get into it. So, what's behind holiday depression? Okay. We wanna know how to beat the Christmas blues, but how did we get them? Okay. Uh the first thing behind holiday depression is far too much shopping. Okay. And we aren't talking about actual gifts here. We're talking about we compare our lives to unrealistic representations of shiny, perfect Christmas experiences. We looking at everybody's Christmas experiences, especially me. In that I'm watching a lot of Hallmark movies during this time, and everything looks super festive, very unrealistic in these movies and series and stuff that I watch. Okay, but I don't compare myself to TV. Okay, no. Okay, we compare our holidays to those of others, like our colleagues or our friends, what they have going on, what we don't have going on by comparison. You know, and if that's not enough, Christmas is held up as this Christmas is then held up as the past one, the one before the divorce, or when we were in love or not single, or when our mother was still around and we weren't grieving, or when we were younger and we were happier. Okay. Two, stress is higher. Okay. uh there are simply more things on our to-do list during this time, right? More get-togethers, more gifts to buy, more meals to plan. Okay. And I've been doing that with the 12 Days of Christmas Chef Roast and Gag, She Cooks and She Roasts series, okay? I had to menu plan for the next 4 weeks, okay? So you'll have a lot more of that going on. For me, I find that I'll even have where I'm having to buy more clothing because people are having ugly Christmas parties, and I mean ugly Christmas sweater parties, and and wanting to look our best, and we might be able to get away with running to the store in our regular clothes and things like that. But when you're going to these events, you want to have your hair looking nice and all of these other different unknown expectations that come along with that. Okay. Now add this to the list. We drink more alcohol. It shows that alcohol consumption goes up 61%. People love to indulge more during the holiday season. And we eat less discriminately. And I talked about that when I explained that once my husband and I got involved with so many different organizations, we were going to so many events, and we had just lost 70 pounds a piece. Okay. And we got so caught up in all the parties and events and functions, and we were just overeating. We gained most of that weight back. Okay. Both of which, when you're overeating like that, it makes you more sluggish. It makes it hard for you to sleep. And it makes you less able to deal with stress because you already feel like kind of off in your body because of the food you eating, right? And let me go in here so I can be in the chat. Okay. That's last chat. All right. Here so I can be in the chat. All right. And so that causes some sleep disruption. Then there's also the stress of having to see family that we don't get along with. And we talked about that during the election, which can cause weeks of worry and Christmas blues, right? You're fretting over having to deal with these people. If you're going to be able to withstand not getting in a disagreement, will you be able to avoid getting in a disagreement with them? How much time will you be able to actually spend at the function? We go through all of that. It just kind of makes it, some of us decide that we won't decide how much we're going to, put up with. We'll actually just skip events, and that kind of leaves us feeling kind of isolated and lonely. Okay. Then there's the end of the year anxiety, and that leads to negative thinking, right? So with New Year's pending, we got a letter to Santa from London Rubley about making your New Year's whatever, my mind just gone. I forgot what it's called. Your New Year's resolution. Making your New Year's resolution less stressful. Like maybe I'll try more foods that I don't normally try this year, or I'll go to the library more this year than I did have done in previous years. Okay, your resolution doesn't have to put added stress into your day to day. Okay. So with New Year's pending, you might be criticizing yourself for what you did and didn't do with the last year. Okay. And gratitude goes straight out the window. Okay. We done with gratitude now. Okay. Suddenly we don't have the right relationship. We don't have the right house. We don't have the right budget. All of that comes into play because, we're doing all this comparison during the holiday season, and it can bring on holiday blues. Okay. Loneliness is another common trigger during the holidays because there's this expectation of family. It's set up as an ideal culturally around us to believe that singleness or aloneness or not having a house full of people for Christmas, it somehow makes it less happy, less jolly. Okay. So loneliness is a common trigger for the Christmas blues. Okay. And not having a family around you this time of year can make you feel like a leopard. Okay. No matter how much you claim you like this time to yourself. And because loneliness is not even about being alone, but about not feeling connected to others, You can alternately find yourself surrounded by friends and family, but feeling entirely lost, even in that environment. I call it alone in a room full of people. Okay. And I've had some communities that I was a part of where I felt alone in a room full of people. Okay. Crazy. So now we've discussed how did we get the Christmas blues and what brings that about. And I would like to add that maybe you're in a different culture during this time. Maybe normally you're within your own culture, within your own family members, and maybe you've traveled for work, better career, maybe education. Okay. And being outside of your cultural environment can also bring on Christmas blues. Okay, guys? We're not celebrating with our normal traditions, and that could cause some blues. Okay. How do we get out of this? How do we beat the Christmas blues? So what you can do is, if Christmas blues are just nipping at your heels, okay, what you want to do with it is you want to be honest with yourself about your feelings. Okay. You don't want to you don't want to be lying to yourself, right? And just talking yourself out of things that you could be enjoying. So trying to deny how you feel, how you're feeling, means you can't look for a solution. Okay. If it upsets you, it do. So then we accept that it's upsetting us, that we got the holiday blues, and then we seek a solution for the grief or the hurt. Okay. It also means you missed the chance to realize if your mood issue is actually something like seasonal. I was trying to figure this word out yesterday, right? Seasonal affective disorder, is also known as SAD, which can be treated. Okay. And if you are trying to hide from how you feel by overeating, using drugs, or alcohol, you'll just make things worse, right? Because not only does it affect your sleep, not only your reality, your state of mind, it's also going to disrupt your sleep. I sometimes when I would do that, would overeat, not even during the holidays, I would get heartburn and I wouldn't even be able to sleep. Okay, terrible, and Tums and all of that. It just no. Okay. So you have to learn how alcohol can actually be the cause, not the cure, for your low mood. Okay. You could actually be trying to help your mood and be actually causing your mood to be worse by using drugs, alcohol, and overeating. Okay. With the overeating, I find that after I've done it, and it's been a while since I've had that emotion behind that was a lot heavier. I would the emotion behind the overeating would be, I would be upset that now not only would I be upset, let's say it's holiday blues. Not only would I be upset about holiday blues, but now I'm upset that I ate all this food and it's going against what my actual goal is. Okay. So you could be actually using what they call in psychology a maladaptive behavior to try to overcome grief and pain. Okay. And guilt. Excuse me. My eye was itching back in. And these glasses got fog all in them. Um, if you can only manage one thing, go for self-care. If one thing slips missed during the holidays, it's a good self-care routine. This is a big red flag that you suffer from low moods, because low self-care is now understood to be the pillar of psychological well-being. So we know you upset, we know you sad if you not really taking care of yourself. Okay, people understand that there's grief involved there. I find that not only is it grief involved there, I'll be distracted from just taking care of myself. So I'll be off my own path. And sometimes you can also be overwhelmed. Okay. Trying to do too many things also can cause you to ignore yourself and not really take care of yourself well. Okay. And I find that when I'm extremely busy, cleaning up my house suffers. The kind of meals I put together, they suffer. I don't have the time. And how I take care of myself, my nighttime routine might get misorganized. Okay. So go against the grain and keep your routine. Exercise is proven to help mood. Eating well also matters, affecting your energy level, and watch your alcohol intake. Okay. We did a live where I picked my moderators for this channel. Well, not for Delores, but for Chef Roasting Gag, the cooking lives. And I had a bottle of wine. And when I tell you, I drank that bottle of wine by myself. And the next day I was just sluggish, dragging. My energy was low, all of that. And that's why I told you guys, I don't drink often, okay? Because I just can't. I lose track of myself when I do that. It's not good for me. So I don't do it. I'm not saying you can do what you want. It's your life. Okay. Don't forget, a cornerstone of self-care is taking time for yourself. Even if that means saying no to yet another party. And that's another thing that I had an issue with when I was telling you guys, oh, I was volunteering at this event, and I was volunteering with this organization. I was volunteering over there. I had my children, one of my children in my home, and I had my husband and myself. And all of that stuff was pulling me in all kind of different directions. I couldn't focus on myself. Okay. So I was saying that when we bought this house, I got in here, and it's been hard to get myself out of here since we stopped traveling back and forth to Canada. Because listen, I love it in here. I'm able to take care of myself. I'm able to establish a routine. With so many things going on, I was just overwhelmed and I lost track of me. I was putting everything else in front of myself. Okay. We talked about that. Don't forget, the cornerstone of self-care is taking time for yourself. Okay. Even if it means saying no to somebody else. All right. Now, get into the shades of gray, that black and white thinking. No, not that shades of gray, but the gray of thinking, the kind of negative thinking that leads to depression tends to be extreme black and white thinking that lacks reason. Okay. Black and white thinking. Let me open that so I can explain that a little bit more. Black and white thinking, being called a drama queen or always told to calm down and be realistic. It's time to learn about black and white thinking. When stress hits, we all tend to think in extremes. If you're worried, you might lose your job. This thought might be, I'll never find another job as good, or I don't know how I'll ever manage. That was the best position I'll ever have. You lose sight of the fact that you are highly employable. You never had trouble finding work in the past. You didn't even like the job. Like, some of us be worried about these people, and we ain't even like these people. We be acting like they're the best people we're gonna ever find. Child. This kind of all or nothing thinking is known as black and white thinking. You can often spot it by the language of extremes it tends to involve, with words such as always, never, wonderful, disaster, perfect, failure. Okay, just for a few examples. Why do you always think in extremes? In some ways, thinking in such a dramatic way is the brain's natural response to stress. It's a survival mechanism. In primitive times, the mind needed to simplify the threat to survival. It faced wild animals and attacks, okay? But nowadays, the stress we face is far less threatening, okay? And we still use life or death thinking, okay? Fight or flight, okay? Black and white thinking can stop you from seeing all your options, your opportunities. Black and white thinking can lead to low mood. It can affect your relationships negatively. Drama can feel exciting, okay? And you might at first think that others like you because you're interesting. But the funny thing about being a drama queen or king is that while it tends to attract people on a superficial level, It often makes intimacy hard. It can be difficult for someone to get to know the real story. And for those superficial relationships over time, it's possible that people find your drama to be draining, okay, or distracting. Or it can present real problems with your colleagues. It can be addictive. It can be addictive to sit around and create drama or be a part of it. My ears itching. It stops you from moving forward in your life. Okay? People with black and white thinking refuse to take advice. They don't even want it. They prefer the attention of another sad story that garners them a solution and then falling into the trap of talking over action. So you just like sitting around talking about the drama that's going on. You don't want to actually cure anything. You are actually more comfortable with drama than you are with peace. Okay. Look, I said and I meant that. Okay. So get into the shades of gray. Take a tip from this is a form of therapy called CPT. When you have a negative thought, force yourself to look at the exact opposite thought. Then write down the thought. And then between the two, you'll be able to find the real facts. Okay, for example, if you think nobody cares that you're alone at Christmas, the exact opposite is everybody cares that I'm alone at Christmas. And the middle ground is, my friend called the other day and Jack at work asked if I will be okay over the holidays. Some people do care about my Christmas. Okay? It's never all or nothing. Okay? Push yourself to get out and be active. Okay? There are times when self-imposed isolation with a tub of ice cream and a series binge is just the ticket. Okay? Because I love it right about now. Okay, but at Christmas we stay home, we turn on the TV, we're faced with images of joy and peace, and that can make us feel worse. And I love holiday movies. Okay, I can imagine that somebody that doesn't have the same type of mood or personality that I do would be like, this is so, like, I can't look at all this all day, it's too perfect. Okay, but at Christmas, so that's what I do. Plus, during this holiday season, we have time off from work, and there's no work day ahead to stop us from spiraling too much. Okay, find things to do that aren't Christmas Eve. Okay, and force yourself out, whether it's to go to the gym or take a long walk, or even just taking time to go to a movie. And we have a movie membership. I've told y'all that we be at the movies. Okay, we be with the people. Okay, in the movies. Okay. Now, consider doing what I did, which was volunteering to stave off the Christmas blues or the regular blues. Volunteering is proven to help grief, sadness, and depression, and it's hard to compare yourself in a bad light or feel negative when you're helping others who are less fortunate. Okay, when you think you got it worse, when you think you just the most victimless victim there could ever be, remember the Grinch is out here. Okay, remember that. And he can't. And Scrooge is out here. Okay, remember that. Might not be so bad, guys. So forget presents and be present. Forget the gifts and be present with people this Christmas or this holiday season. Shoot, it started before Thanksgiving for me. So, forget the presents and be present. Sometimes you don't know what to say to people. Just be there. That's enough. Just be with other people. Okay. Look, I just said that. I said, remember Scrooge and the haunting ghosts of Christmas past and future? Okay. Remember him and the haunting of the ghost that came to him. Many of us don't need ghosts. because we hunt ourselves. Moping about the past we can't change and the future that we cannot control. And I was saying that I'm guilty of ruminating. I used to do that pretty badly. I was in a lot of stressful situations and I couldn't see the solutions and I actually had to seek help. Okay. So many of us don't need ghosts as we hunt ourselves, moping about the past we can't change and a future we can't control. The place is hardest to be miserable is in the present moment. Okay, what in this exact moment right now is actually okay. Well, one thing is that actually okay in this moment that I was in, because I was a little stressed out trying to come up here today, is I am on camera and I did learn something more about StreamYard today. So even though it was stressful for me and things might not go the way I expect today, guess what? I learned how to do it fully and functionally, and I'm present and accounted for, and I can smile about that. And you know why? Look, every time, because I like to smile. Smiling is my favorite. Okay, it's my favorite thing to do. Besides staying on my elfin diet of candy canes, candy corn, and syrup. Okay, shoot, got time. So, so what is in this exact moment is okay? Well, what's right in front of you? We can see, we can smell, we can hear, and we can taste. And isn't that nice? Well, absolutely it is. Okay, it's just spec. Okay, and are you in a nice room? Are you around nice music? Where is there nice food in on the stove? Or those are things that you can be happy about. Okay, and it's essential. This is essentially the practice of mindfulness. Okay, or just being aware of your self and your environment. Okay, a practice of being aware of your present thoughts and feelings that many use to improve their calm and their well-being. Okay, don't just put up the tree. I like this one. Don't just put up the tree, put up boundaries. Okay, if you're not alone but are depressed because of family stress, this one is crucial. One of the main reasons we fall into low moods is low self-esteem. And often what is behind low self-esteem is knowing that we've let people walk over us again and again. Poor personal boundaries. Okay? And let's get into what those are. Here's some personal boundaries. Personal boundaries are the limits you decide work for you, not weapons to whoop others with, but things to trigger reactions and actions in you. They dictate how people can treat you, how they can behave around you, and what they can expect from you. Okay? They are drawn from your framework of your core beliefs and your perspective and opinions and your values. And these things are in turn are created from your life experiences and the social environments you have lived in. So, if you don't set personal boundaries, you are more likely to constantly be at the mercy of other people. Okay? Hey, Nikki Lee. You allow others to tell you how to think. You allow others to tell you how to act and feel. It also means you tend to spend your time and energy doing what other people want you to do over what you deep down want to do. In the long term, this can lead to frustration and depression, and you will feel unfulfilled and lost. Okay? 12 signs that you lack boundaries, and we go back into kicking the blues. Okay? One is your relationships tend to be difficult or dramatic. The less you set boundaries, the more it gives others a signal that you don't care how you take care of yourself, and you will treat people who don't care how they take care of you either. Or you might lack a sense of power from never standing up for yourself, okay? And you resort to unconscious manipulation of yourself. You lie to yourself. You tell yourself, that didn't hurt me. I wasn't bothered by that. I didn't feel nothing when they did that. I'm good, bro. This means you constantly in codependent relationships and friendships that lack an equal exchange of give and take. And I was talking about that in the last episode of Conversations with Delores, where I'm done with the one-sided relationships. And mostly sick of me doing too much for other people without allowing other people to do things for me. Let them do something for you. Child, I can't. But anyway, that girl, we don't speak, because that was another one of those people that was in a room full of people where I felt by myself. Okay, because they wasn't there for me, girl. I was there for them. Or so they thought. So people without personal limits go along to get along, child. They worry about letting other people down. They just say yes, 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 yes. And when I was saying that people be scaring you away from OES, they can scare you away from the Order of Eastern Star all they want to. But when you get in there, you're going to realize that you need to watch your vows. You can't say yes to everything. That's one of the first lessons on the Star Point. Watch what you say yes to. That's it. That's all it is. So I had to learn that the minute I made it all the way around each star points in the four corners of the room, I was pretty much done. Especially because the people in there I couldn't relate to. I couldn't relate to them. Okay. And just realize things like that early and move on. Girl, you ain't gonna miss somebody you already don't miss. That's what I have to tell myself. Sorry. Okay, 2 words: guilt and anxiety. If you dare say yes, you suffer from ongoing guilt and fear. People with no boundaries just like taking the last piece of cake or asking someone to move along the bench so they can sit. Many people with boundary issues feel guilty about small things, like taking the last piece of cake or actually needing to sit down. Move over. Oh my God. And I'm guilty of little stuff like that. Oh, no, it's the last one. You know, all of that. I had that. I had it bad. Okay. And your kids know you got it and they'll take advantage of it. Okay. If you are a parent watching this, you are often too tired for no apparent reason. Always doing what others want means you crammed things into your own life. Okay. Which is exhausting. Okay. I have a personal example that came straight to mind when I said that out loud. And I mean that. You have something to do it. What you want to do is also as important as what someone else expects for you. What I was saying that I was so tired in the kitchen last week before Thanksgiving that I almost fainted while recording the videos. That's when I knew I needed a break. And I said to you guys that I was putting everything I needed to do in front of taking care of me, and it didn't dawn on me till my feet got so tired I couldn't stand up. That I was letting everybody else have my body, do what they wanted to with my body, and I wasn't taking none of my body time for me. I need to rest my body. My body is here to move me forward first. Okay, I'm guilty, so I talk about these things so that I can share my experiences with others of how I climbed out. Okay. And you can too. Okay. So you're doing too much. You're doing too much for other people. You're not getting to your own goals because you're so busy helping everybody get to the finish line for themselves. Yes, we love celebrating with others, but we have to have celebrated success as well. And it could be anything as much as combing your hair, girl. I swear to God, it ain't all that. Or sir. Okay, look. Your radar is off when it comes to sharing. You overshare with people. You tell too much of your life. I was going to tell y'all about that crazy food the other day, but I decided against it. I'll do some story time on that. I'll do some story time videos over the next year. Okay. So you just tell people too much of your business, telling all your business. You lead people to hurt you and manipulate you with your own stories. Then when someone wants to be close with you, you panic. You don't know how to share what your needs are and your wants are, and you have intimacy issues. Okay, this ain't Chef Roasting Gag because a dirty thought immediately came to mind. I have a joke for every situation. I'm sad. Okay. And 7, you are constantly the victim of situations. This means you tend to feel hard done by others. Somebody done did you wrong again, because others will take advantage of you in both obvious and subtle ways. Perhaps you feel overlooked or blamed at work or in your family or in your social circles. You might be the sort of person that things just always go wrong. You doing this. You are a tiny bit annoyed most of the time. You just almost irritable all the time. And you secretly feel that others don't show you respect. I'm Rodney Dangerfield in this mother. I can't get no respect. Okay? If you don't set boundaries, people don't know how to be. People don't know not to play with you. Okay? When I came out at Chef Roasting Gag, I was just as lovely. Hey, everybody, muffin time. And then people came in calling me all kind of racist names and just putting up anything. And people think they can also manipulate you with compliments and get you to help them grow while you don't grow. Instead of trying to help you, show you how to grow, they try to ride your wave. And then when you don't do what they want, then they run back to wherever they came from and talk all about you in manipulative ways that go beyond other people's radar. But in case they look, and I want them to know that I have that radar, and I heard what you were doing, and I know you caused this problem, and I'm not sorry that I saw you for who you were. People will try to relate to you in a myriad of ways in order to get you under their wing so that they can control you and use you up and then throw you away once they've reached the success that they wanted from their presence with your presence. Okay. But I don't go like that. I don't do that. I'm a good person and I'll try. And it was some things that made me uncomfortable. And you made me uncomfortable. So I'm done. And I don't do that. I won't be back. And I called you out. Okay? Don't look for me no more. I don't care what that means for me and or my channel. Okay? I don't care nothing about that. I don't know y'all out here. Okay? And to anyone listening, I'm speaking about a personal situation that I've had just being out here on YouTube, not only with trolls, but with people who try to be manipulative and try to compliment you into doing whatever they want. It's somebody who's trying to buy you. A compliment is a ticket. So you have to be careful with both the positive and the negative, guys. I'm telling you what I know. Okay, now let me get off that because that's irrelevant to me. I don't know them people enough to care that much. Okay, the other side of the coin is that without your own boundaries, you are less likely to recognize those of others and might unwittingly be disrespecting people. And that's where I call it keeping it real can go terribly wrong. Okay. You can be disrespecting people too because you don't understand other people's sensitivities. And I've come out here and said some things that I know could have been perceived as insensitive. Okay. That's why there's a disclaimer to my channel. All right, with Chef Roasting Gag. Okay. Over here, Delores does not engage in stuff like that. More of a principal type. Okay. Nobody should have to ask you to leave. You should just go. You can tell when a vibe has changed. Go. But I'll be over here and I get to decide where I'm going to put my fingers and take myself. Facebook, the ghetto, YouTube, the hood. I'm sick of it. In them middle class neighborhoods over there on Instagram, they look pretty and all kind of mess go on behind the scenes, behind them white picket fences. I need to stop being so nosy. Shoot, I'm gonna start a channel called Speak On It. And I'm gonna tell all y'all business. Oh, yes, Nikki Lee, I be getting right on gone. I gets right on gone. Okay? Right gone. But I done seen it now. I done seen it. So it be seen. You can't unsee it. Okay? Girl, yes. Yeah. But I'll come, when you do your next live, I'll come tell you about it. Okay? I'll come tell you about it. That way you won't be as confused as the people. Just know that these people on here they not looking out for you. They just like us. They in their house or they don't went to some studio and paid. That depends on how big they are. They don't went to some studio and paid to be in a studio or something like that. Or they don't work 12, 16 years on YouTube and now they in a McMansion and they over there telling you, but these still just regular everyday people. These rare, okay, regular people. They not gods. They not upstanding people, all of them, okay? And they here to serve. I understand everybody has different peculiarities and desires. Okay, they here to serve. God gonna make sure everybody eat, but I sure know that Satan will too. He made sure to feed his people and then throw them in a pit. Ooh, the creepers. All right, listen. This broadcast got serious, and as depression and holiday blues is a serious conversation. I do want to thank everybody that was willing to come through and have the hard conversation, and all of those, including Nikki Lee and John the Goat, who stayed with me as I shared my opinions and mysterious suggestions for navigating YouTube. Thank you, Sugar Plum. Okay, I really appreciate it. I didn't have a lot of Christmas songs this episode because it was more of a serious type of topic. Okay, so I want you to be Santa's good little helper and hit that like button, share this video, okay, and turn on your notification bells. Subscribe to the channel, okay. Don't be a cotton-headed ninny muggins like I was this morning when I arrived late today. But good thing I hadn't put my thumbnail out yet. But don't be like me and be a cotton-headed ninny muggins and just trying to figure out uh StreamYard. See, now look, watch this. This is how you do it. Hold on. Let me go back to StreamYard. So Nikki said something. So now Nikki said something. I can show her comment. Boom. That's what I was supposed to be doing today. But it wasn't anybody in here with me for the first 30 minutes, maybe longer, okay? To even put up a content. Here go John the Ghost content. Comment. Thank you, John. Okay, this was the reason why I wanted to be in StreamYard so I could put y'all comments up here. So I was trying to learn how to do StreamYard, and then I didn't have time yesterday. The computer went down. I talked about that. And so now I finally got it all here. Okay. And if you would like to submit your letter to Santa to be read during Chef Roasting Gag's live cooking show, the 12 Days of Christmas themed menu, then you will submit your letters to Santa to the email address pinned in the chat. Okay. And I probably should put my email in the description below this video, and I'll do that. Okay. But here's that email address. If you would like to submit your letters to Santa to be read during Chef Roasting Gag's live cooking show, Thursday and Friday at 4 p.m., Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, then submit your letter to Santa to this email address. Okay. Also, guys, I will be here as Delores Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 10 a.m. And I try to make the lives about an hour. So today I ran on a little bit because I got triggered by some of the topics in the How to Beat the Holiday Blues presentation today. And so that extended the live a little bit. But I just want you to know that I love you. I want what's best for you always. I want y'all to be careful out here, and I want you to keep your dukes up. All right. It's okay to be soft and sensitive, but always keep your safety first. Okay. Safety first. Wear shoes in the house. I love y'all. I want y'all to have a happy holiday. I don't want you to let the past steal the present. Okay? And be good for goodness sakes. Though I know that the people I'm speaking of are trying to find the innocence in the people that they are taking advantage of. And I like smiling. Smiling is my favorite. Okay? And don't forget that elfin diet. Okay? Good sleep. Good eats. Good peeps. All right. And I want you to stay on that candy cane, candy corn, and syrup. All right. I want you bouncing off the walls this holiday. I don't want you to end up on Santa's naughty list. And I'm guaranteeing that the people I'm speaking about are definitely on his naughty list. And if they not, they on mine. And that's enough for me. Son of a nutcracker, I know you're out here and I don't like you. All right. So oh, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. All right. Thank you, Sugar Plum. Thank you, Sugar Plum. Thank you. Thank you, Sugar Plum. Thank you, Sugar Plum. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I got some chocolate cake on my sign. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm down in StreamYard now, so let me see what I got. Nikki says she going on right after me. Okay, good. And I think, what, is it Tuesday? I'm done. No, so I have a live tomorrow, so I got to leave this whole setup so that I'm not late tomorrow. Okay. And tomorrow we'll be on to happier topics. But guys, we got to get through some of this stuff because it's important. If it came into me, it must come out of me. And therefore, I can benefit from it and first, and then also you. Okay. I hope I touched your heart today. And I hope you won't be out here being a Grinch. Don't let the past steal the present. All right, you guys, I love you very much. There's nothing you could have said or didn't say in that comment section or in these chat that could ever make me stop loving you. I want you guys to have a happy holidays. We are 16 days away from Christmas. I hope you find yourself on the nice list. I hope you do not find yourself on the naughty list, even though I put some people on the naughty list today. And I hope they know I know who they are. Okay. Thank you for coming in for another episode of Conversations with Delores. And let me jingle you right on up out of here. All right. Jingle, 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 jams. Okay, let's go. It's Christmas time. I hope you're ready. We got to eat food, but not spaghetti. The meals are prepared. I hope you know that 12 days of Christmas, enjoy the show. It's time to have fun. The Christmas is near. Look, I gotta get the angles down and everything. Cooking on the YouTube. That's what I do. Bye, guys. Packing the food. Christmas time is here. Christmas cheer is near.